Thank you. Thank you, Professor Naim, and I agree with you. Your analysis that now there is some hope that we would reach a fair and just settlement of the Palestinian question. But let me first thank Ambrosetti for inviting me to attend this session. I always enjoyed the debates here and to talk to this highly educated audience, putting before them the basic elements of a major conflict that has to do not only with the Middle East, but with the Mediterranean and Europe in general. And in fact, that has to do with international peace and security. As you said, there are new elements. The situation today is not the same situation that we lived same time last year. We have a new American administration. We have a new president who was welcomed by the whole world. And in fact, he struck the right notes from the very first beginning. President Obama spoke about change, and he is right. The world couldn't have afforded to continue on confrontation footing for long. He not only called for change, but he raised his famous motto, yes, we can do it. Yes, we can. Therefore, what he means, we can effect the change. And very early on in his administration, he called from Prague for nuclear disarmament worldwide. He decided to reconsider the United States' position vis-à-vis the new items on the global agenda, especially on environment. He called for collective work, not unilateral actions or initiatives, which made all of us happy because it is a common cause that we have to act together. And the fourth was to deal with the Middle East in a different way, in a more positive and fair way. We were impressed that one of his first decisions was to appoint Senator Mitchell, a highly respectable senator and American mediator, to mediate, to act as envoy to the Middle East. Not only so, but President Obama stressed the point that in order for the peace process to resume, and in order for the hope to be really maintained, Israel, as the occupying power of the Palestinian territories, of the Arab territories, will have to freeze building settlements. This is the right step to be taken. Why? What does it mean, the policy of settlements? It means changing the demographic composition, changing the geographical character of the occupied territories. So if you do that, why then negotiate the establishment of a Palestinian state? And on what territory such a state would be established if creating fait accompli continues day and night, month after month, year after year? So not only President Obama stressed this point, but the whole world stood firm behind this call. Settlements have to stop in the occupied territories, meaning in the West Bank and in Jerusalem, East Jerusalem. Otherwise, things cannot fall into place, and our interests in the Mediterranean, in Europe, in the Middle East, will not be protected nor served. We have, today, this morning, read some news about an Israeli offer, according to the Israeli newspapers, that the Prime Minister of Israel is about to announce a possible freeze in the West Bank for a certain period of time, but this would allow, A, to continue building the settlements that they say have been halfway through, so the building continues. B, it does not include East Jerusalem, a major flaw that would torpedo the whole thing if it is not, if settlements are not stopped, frozen in Jerusalem. And 3, we haven't heard anything about the commencement of the process of the removal of settlements. Even by the Israeli measurements, even by their measurements, hundreds of those settlements are illegal, although according to international law, all of them are illegal. But let us take what Israel is saying, so no removal, and for a temporary period of time, after which they would resume. I would say that this is not only not enough, it is a very negative offer. Not to suspend building settlements and just talk about that we are going to freeze settlements in a certain area, a small area, but the rest would continue to be plagued by such a policy. It would suspend the efforts for peace. The first Palestinian reaction said, and I quote, "The only thing suspended by this announcement by Mr. Netanyahu will be the peace process. It will suspend the peace process," unquote.